Mothers by Joanna Glen, published by the Borough Press, and this is a coming-of-age novel that is mainly set in Córdoba in southern Spain. Now, this is one of the books that I picked up, and virtually within the first 20 pages I knew I was going to love it, but I didn't know that I was going to love it so much that it's gone into my top reads ever. This is the story of Ava, who is living in Chelsea as a young girl, and she is living with her parents, and she just feels that her parents, her Spanish father and her quite fragile British mother, are just not her tribe. She discovers a photograph of her as a baby, and the woman holding that baby has had her head cut off. So that is the only clue she has to who she was, where she came from as a little baby. Dad eventually leaves, leaving her with Mum, and Mum has to go and sort herself out, and so she farms her off to Bridget's family. Bridget is her best friend, and it is the Bloom family where she feels really at home. They are the utter contrast of her own cold family. You know, they're bohemian, they're messy, they're friendly, they're inclusive, and she finds that this is where she needs to be, or this is the kind of family she needs, and her very sort of sterile family that she has is not for her. It is almost her unconscious drive that propels her along to try and work out what the secrets of her origins are. It's a story about friendship, it's a story about family, it's also a story about Córdoba, and eventually Ava goes to Córdoba, where she thinks her father has settled. He left the family fairly early on, and she decides she's going to study there. She has a boyfriend in the wings who just isn't the right fit for her, and Spain becomes her passion. She can feel it kind of entering her heart, and this is her. There are plenty of secrets to be discovered along the way for her, and her life changes quite radically in many ways. And I think what I took away from this book was that it's such a vast, rich range of themes that you know, float around this central character of Ava, who is gradually growing up. You know, she's now into her 20s as she's in southern Spain. And what is wonderful is the depiction of Córdoba. You go to the mosque cathedral, that is an amazing building. You know, there's also the patios, the festival of the patios, where people display their flowers. So if you're into literary tourism, this is a wonderful book, and in fact it's worked so well on me that next May 2022 we're actually going to go to the Festival of the Patios in Córdoba. You know, I've been inspired by the book to travel to Córdoba, and that is what TripFiction is about. So if you are looking for it's an exceptional book, then I would recommend this, All My Mothers by Joanna Glen, published by the Borough Press. And you know, I was so glad and heartened that this came into my realm, and I had the opportunity to read it, and you know, I recommend it really heartily to you.